I can't think of a single sane person that would want an AK-47.
Honestly, I was talking to a guy earlier, and he was like, not a single person in this crowd owns a gun like that. And I'm like, you don't know that.
The scary part is anybody around you could own tons of AK-47s.
Exactly.
Nobody knows.
So I crashed an anti-gun protest. You see, the NRA just had their annual meeting in Houston, which, as you can imagine, was a magnet for polite and well-spoken criticism from anti-gunners.
The NRA meeting that's today in Texas, someone should bomb that building.
Okay, maybe not so polite.
You need a gun because you're weak.
And maybe not so well-spoken. But as much as I may disagree with their views and think they're uninformed and go against American values, the First Amendment guarantees them the right to free speech and to peacefully protest. And damn it, the First Amendment is just as important as the Second. Because even when we disagree, that is what makes America great. I'm still gonna fuck with them though. First, I'm gonna need to blend in. These gun t-shirts are gonna tip them off right away. Hopefully they think I'm a skater bro and don't realize this is Donut Operator's brand.
Your penis is a life ender. Do you mind telling me what your sign is about?
Guns are often nicknamed penis extenders.
Gotcha.
But really, they end more lives than they help.
Gotcha. So penis extender, like it's a kind of
It's like
a dick joke.
overcompensating.
Right. You support maybe enhanced background checks?
Yes, I
Would you say you support magazine restrictions and things like that as well?
I'm not really familiar with magazine restrictions, but I would ban assault weapons, like semi-automatic assault weapons, because there's no need to have something that powerful. They don't need a rifle, an AK-47. They don't need that.
Well, I mean, if you're interested, we've got a petition here that basically is just, we're going around getting signatures for pledging to disavow the NRA and instead urge Americans to embrace common sense gun regulation, common sense gun control, and support groups like Firearm Policy Coalition, people that actually want to make a difference.
So about this petition, I was curious how far I could go with these protesters and see if I could get them to sign up for something without doing any research at all. So I made a fake petition to disavow the corrupt NRA and instead support a group that pushes for common sense gun laws. Like the super pro-gun organization, the Firearm Policy Coalition.
So tell me about this, please.
Yeah, if you want actual good gun change in the United States, Firearm Policy Coalition is one of the better ones. What makes this so important to you guys that you decided to come all the way out and basically brave the Houston heat and talk about this stuff?
And I got to tell you, here's the one interesting part I think about this is it's too easy access legally. Okay, can somebody get illegal guns? Yeah, hey, sure.
Yeah, they do it all the time. So in your idea of what possibly could be done, would you support something like if somebody's going to be buying something from a gun store, they should be going through a federal background check every time?
You know what? I have to.
Some sort of federal system for background checks that if you're buying guns from a gun store or something, before they just hand you a rifle across the counter, you have to go through a mandatory background check.
Yeah, and here's the reason why federal, okay? If it's just state, it's kind of like a traffic ticket.
You can just go over the state.
Yeah, just go to the next state line and that's it, okay? And at least if you're coming from, let's say, another side that says, hey, look, man, we like to have our guns. Well, then let's work together and talk so we could be happy and you could be happy.
Have you talked to anybody from the NRA here so far?
No.
It's actually Santa Claus.
I had to come up with the Santa Claus. I had to ask.
I'm out here just to show them that this will pass and there are better times ahead of us. So
I think it's a great message.
Yeah, I understand. People have fundamental rights, God-given under the Constitution, but.
Well, if you're interested, we have a petition here. I'd love to have a signature.
Yeah, heartbeat.
Yeah. I like the cane too.
You like it? It's actually an Irish shillelagh. It's a striking club.
Really?
So it's an incognito weapon.
You're not hoping for violence out here.
Not necessarily, but don't mess with me.
Yeah, you always got to be ready for it. Keep that motherfucking thing on you, as they say.
Naive, but I want to stay innocent.
For sure.
So after a while of interviewing protesters, I politely stepped away because I had to go take a break, get some water, recharge our cameras.
Actually, I lied. I had to go into the NRA convention because I had a booth appearance here. Also, my name is Chuck Liddell. I am the Iceman. Here, just talking to the guys at AR Takedown Tool with the evil AR-15. Pretty sure the sight of this is just going to give one of those protesters a panic attack. They talk down about AR-15s because they're afraid of them. I talk down about AR-15s because I just prefer AKs. We're not the same.
What do we want? Change! What do we want now? What do we want? Change! What do we want now?
Mission Control, this is Star Command. There seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere.
So we're just trying to figure out why everybody's out here and what you guys are trying to promote today.
We're trying to promote gun control in Texas. These people think that it's okay for normal people to have big-ass guns like AK-47s.
I can't think of a single sane person that would want an AK-47.
Honestly, I was talking to a guy earlier, and he was like, not a single person in this crowd owns a gun like that. And I'm like, you don't know that. You don't know that.
The scary part is anybody around you could own tons of AK-47s.
Exactly.
Nobody knows. So you think at gun stores they have to have mandatory, like, federal background checks?
Some sort, yeah, federal background check.
Like, show your ID, make sure the FBI runs your information, that you do a background check at a gun store.
For all we know, you could have multiple assault charges. Like, I mean, I believe criminals are people too, but you could have multiple, like, dangerous, like, charges against you, and nobody at the gun store would know that because they don't run people's backgrounds.
What was suggested was potentially confiscating assault weapons from American citizens and sending them to Ukraine where they actually need them. Would you support something like that?
I think that would be useful.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If you guys are okay with it, we're actually collecting signatures for a petition for common sense gun laws, as far as disavowing the NRA and supporting organizations that actually care about Americans, like Firearm Policy Coalition or something like that. If you guys are cool with that, I'd love to get your signatures.
Okay, cool.
Yes, I am fully aware of the irony of having people sign this petition at the NRA convention. What are you going to do? I noticed your sign. It says, fuck Greg.
This sign.
Oh, you stole the sign. Oh, okay.
People who have been here and protested and they're done, they leave their signs up front.
Do you know who Greg is?
Oh, yeah, Greg Abbott.
Greg Abbott. Oh, the governor of Texas in the wheelchair?
Yes.
Okay, so literally punching down.
Well...
Well, I can tell you two things for sure by looking at this wall. They don't like guns, and they sure as fuck don't like Tom. I don't know who the fuck Tom is, but... Hey, Ted NRA Cruz. Cancun has stricter gun laws than Texas. Cancun also has a homicide rate of about 37 per 100,000. Texas has a homicide rate of 7.6 per 100,000. Real shit argument, frankly. That was the worst trade deal in the history of trade deals, let me tell you. Everyone knows it. So it's literally fucking hilarious. All day while I've been doing this, I've been going back and forth into the actual fucking NRA convention, right in front of the protesters, because I had meetings and shit, and nobody's picked up on it yet. All right, whatever. The chant is now micro penis. Pardon me, guys. Do you mind if we ask you what you guys are doing here?
We're here to support the NRA convention. Not the.
Oh my God!
Here to support the NRA. Okay. Because you got the sign that didn't look like.
Right, against the NRA.
Against the NRA, yeah.
You shouldn't be able to like just walk into a gun store and buy a gun without a background check.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And just like they're saying, who needs an AR-15? What for?
Yeah.
Automatic weapons should be totally banned. I mean, there is no need for an automatic assault.
I can't believe that anybody can walk into a gun store and buy an automatic weapon.
No, absolutely.
I'm sure you guys heard recently, the biggest gun owner in America got caught funneling guns to the cartel. Did you hear about that?
No, I did not.
It was the government. It was the U.S. government. But they do have more guns than anybody. It's
Absolutely, yeah.
Would you guys support a measure, I forget who proposed it, I think it was some senator or something like that, to confiscate all assault weapons from Americans and ship them to Ukraine to hand to civilians where they actually need them?
Absolutely. Absolutely. To defend themselves.
And after a full day of speaking with these protesters, I honestly felt like I was making real progress. They went from screaming at gun owners leaving the convention
On your hands! On your hands!
to willingly speaking to a gun owner and even signing up for the Firearm Policy Coalition's email list.
As you can see, I think we've made a big impact out here today. Really interesting to get some very informed and passionate opinions. I've learned two important things today. One, I never ever want to do undercover work. Two, Houston is hot, and I wish to drink by the pool now. On to some peace and fucking quiet. I'm still trying to figure out what's on their hands.
It's on your head!
It's probably not come